Today's recipe is so simple you won't believe how delicious the results are. It's a flourless chocolate torte, and it was originally created by our friend and colleague John Baricelli, and he did it on our Old Everyday Food show, and I loved it so much that I wanted to do it on this video for you guys. So what you need to do is melt 1 pound of really high quality semi-sweet chocolate. That's what I'm doing here. Doing it over a pan of simmering water, but you could do it in the microwave if you wanted to. The key when you're melting chocolate over a water bath like this is not to have the bottom of the bowl touching the simmering water so it doesn't scorch, and it just melts over a nice even heat. And what I like to do is take it off when it's almost completely melted but not completely melted, especially if you need your chocolate to be sort of a room temperature when you're using it like you do for this recipe. So I can see that there's very few lumps left. I'm just gonna take it off the heat. The carryover cooking will continue to melt the chocolate. These 6 eggs need to be beaten with 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of dark rum. You could use a light rum if you wanted to, but this has a little bit more of a pronounced flavor, and a half a teaspoon of salt. You want to get it really light and fluffy so that it holds a ribbon. I'll show you what I mean when we get to that point. So this is like tripled in volume, and it's very, very light and fluffy. When you lift the beater, it should hold a ribbon on the surface for a few seconds before sinking into the rest of the eggs. So that's when you know they're ready. Now what you want to do is fold this into the cooled chocolate mixture. In order to keep the lightness as much as possible, you want to start with about half the mixture. So half the egg mixture into the chocolate. You can stir it at this point. This is that lightening period. You just sort of stir it up, and then you fold in the remaining. You also want to add to this mixture 1 cup of whipped cream, or a half a cup of heavy cream that's been whipped. Fold till everything is nicely combined. Have your oven preheating to 350 degrees. Okay, let me show you what this is. I have a roasting pan, and then I have a 9-inch springform pan that I have buttered and lined with parchment paper and then wrapped with foil. The foil just ensures that there will be no water leaking into the pan. One more thing is that I've put the bottom in what you might consider upside down, so the ridge part is down. That makes it easier to remove the cake at the end. Now pour your cake batter into the pan. Make sure you get it all. There's so much chocolate in here, you don't want to waste that. Smooth the top, and then have some water boiling because you need to make a water bath so this cooks nice and gently. You just pour the boiling water into the pan. It should come about halfway up the sides of the pan. You just want to leave that in the oven until it's firm to the touch. It'll take about 30 minutes, and then you take it out, cool it on a rack for a little while, and then pop it in the refrigerator to get nice and cold. Okay, chilled and ready to go. So this doesn't rise and get all puffy and crackly like some of the flourless chocolate cakes you might have had. It's a really rich, dense torte. Right up my alley. This is actually my preferred kind of flourless chocolate cake. So you want to cut this into slices using a warm knife, but it shouldn't be wet, so wipe it off between slices and then cut. It's very rich, so you only need thin slices. Yummy, guys. Teeny little slice, little dollop of cream, and you're good to go. All right, I'm good to go. You've got to go out and get these 6 ingredients and make this cake. You are going to love it. Oh my gosh. It's like eating a truffle. You're not going to believe it.